Alright, guys, hello and welcome back to another tier list. Today we are going to be ranking all of the mainline Pokemon games. I have not played all of them, but ever since I would say Emerald, I have played every single mainline Pokemon game, or I know much about it or enough about it that I can tell if it's good or not. Um, so let's start over here on the top left, Pokemon Black version. I'm gonna put this in A tier. These games on the DS, when they came out, a lot of people really didn't like them. I already back then, I found them okay, and then with time, I found them better and better and better. But a big critique point is just that you don't actually have the other Pokemon up until basically the Pokemon League. So, and the champ. So you're basically stuck with Unova Pokemon all the way, which isn't that nice, I do have to say. But other than that, extremely good game, cool graphics, cool places, big innovation, all stuff like that. Next, Pokemon Pearl. I have played this, and I'm going to put the same versions on the same tier, if that's understandable. Pokemon Pearl, I have actually played, and it was really good. I loved it, but I think Platinum was one step above. Still, I think the Pokemon Pearl and Diamond versions are extremely nice. They're fun, and they basically don't have big differences to Pokemon Diamond. Then we have Pokemon Gold version on the Game Boy Color. I'm going to be honest, I have never played this. I have heard a lot of positives about it, but I can't imagine it being better than the originals. So I'll put it in B tier, or basically just in the middle, for now. Sapphire version. I think the same with this one. I do not really know that much about it, but here we have something I know a lot of. I have actually played Black, Pearl, and White too, so I had Reshiram two times, and this game goes straight into S tier. This game, from a story perspective, is probably the best Pokemon has ever been. You have all of the Pokemon, you have new places, and the region is leveled up a bit. You have a new direction, and the game feels completely different, in which you move through the map instead of in Black version. And it's just a 10 out of 10 game. Anyways, I think in Black as well, I think the story was so good in comparison with the other games, and stuff like that. Scarlet, straight into D tier. I should actually make another tier for this trash. I hate it. I actually played Violet. I'm going to break the rules and put it in here as well. I'm not going to wait until it pops up. These games are awful. They are absolutely not fun. They're shit. They're absolute garbage. I bought them when they came out with the Switch. I was excited. The world looks awful. The graphics, oh my god, you guys probably know. It's absolutely shit. It's unplayable. Oh, how could they fucking release this? This is awful. And you know, the sprites, they don't look good. Everything is just laggy. I got kicked out of the game. Kicked out of the game on a console about 5 times in my playthrough. I just get kicked out. What? This is probably the most awful game Pokemon has ever released. It's surreal how these two things were even able to be released. The new Pokemon very often look very unoriginal, and I hate the new legendaries. Why the hell is a motorcycle a legendary Pokemon? What the fuck is this, Nintendo? Come on, Game Freak. Put it together. Alright, enough rage. Now we have Alpha Sapphire. And I have not played Alpha Sapphire, but I think it's the same as Omega Ruby, which I have played. And these games were really cool. I loved, for once, exploring actually Hoenn. And in the new graphics, the X and Y graphics, basically, it looked really good, really, really good. And what I also really liked was the Latios or Latias, which you could fly upon and actually fly yourself, over the region, find different secrets and stuff like that. That has never been implemented before, and I don't know why they took it out again. It was so nice, so cool. 10 out of 10. I really, really liked it, and it was so cool. All right, now we have a red version. I'm also gonna put this in the middle because I have not played this. This is just like one of the first games to ever come out in the Kanto region, just like with gold version was the counterpart to silver, which I don't really know anything about as well, and plays in the Johto version. Where do we have red? Whatever. I'm not finding it right now. Then we have Pokemon Y. I think C tier is somewhat fair for these games. If I look at the competition down here, C tier is quite fair for Pokemon Y and X, because these games tried also new stuff, the first 3DS games, and they were not bad. The story was not awful, but I really, really didn't like the rivals. They were absolutely awful. I also thought Pokemon in this generation started to get too easy. You basically got a absolutely OP Mega Lucario at like level 25, which is extremely early, after like the third gym or something, or even in front of it. I'm not sure that anymore. And also, what I really didn't like, the legendary Pokemon that you could catch, like Xerneas, Yveltal, the other guy, I forgot his name. Oh my god, the one you have to collect the cells for, you know what I mean. And Mewtwo, and I think the birds. But I thought they should incorporate some more legendary Pokemon. I think it was a waste, and the late game was basically invisible. There wasn't a late game, but yeah. Now we have Pokemon Legends Arceus. I have not finished this game yet, but I do have to surprisingly say, I think it's actually quite good. I would put it somewhere here, because Legends Arceus, one of the first games to actually make the sense of catching Pokemon more interesting, because you actually have to sneak up on them, throw stuff at them, distract them. When they're sleeping, they're easier to catch. Stuff like that I thought was really cool. And the story is actually not that bad as well. But what I do not like about this game, like those were all positives, and now the negatives, why it's not higher. The graphics, first of all, and that's actually just the biggest thing. And the performance, like in a technical matter, because this game is also, it looks better than Scarlet and Violet, don't get me wrong, but it has the same problems. It has less trees, less beautiful stuff, less entities to be loaded than, as an example, Breath of the Wild, which was developed for the Wii U, but still, this game is not able to play fully fluid and, make the maps a bit be more beautiful and stuff. On the Switch, it's unreal. I don't understand it. Anyways, next Pokemon Platinum, easy S tier. Pokemon Platinum, I think everyone knows this, is one of the best Pokemon versions ever. I do have to say, and that's a critique for basically all of the old games, DS games, the leveling was not that great all the time, but in this game, I think it was better than in Pearl, and I just love Giratina, and I don't actually have anything negative on this game, I think. But yeah, it was really, really great. The other world, where you have to catch Giratina and hunt down the evil team. Oh, what are they called? Plasma? No, 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 no. I'm embarrassing myself. You know what? You know who I mean. Cyrus. Cyrus. You have to hunt him down. Omega Ruby, also up here for me. Amazing game. What I said for Alpha Sapphire, just that I played this game around 400 hours. The online play was amazing in this game. You could basically get everything just by trading. It was so cool. And I did rip off some people in this game. I wanted to give them something good. Then they offered something good back. Then I quickly changed to something bad, and then I got a legendary. But it worked very rarely. Now we have Diamond version. I would put Diamond version right next to Pearl. I would actually put these in front of Diamond and Pearl. Like this, I think, and like this. For me, this is the order. Oh, oopsie. Sword and Shield. Let's talk about these two. I don't think they're as bad as Scarlet and Violet. That's why they are not moved down one tier more. But I do not think that they're good. They are awful. But still, the graphics in these games were so much more okay than whatever Scarlet and Violet is. And you actually had this catching zone, which I have to say I didn't like. It's just like a cheap excuse to not make nice routes, and stuff like that. But online play on this game was good, and the late game wasn't that bad. Also, legendaries weren't good in this game, and you have to buy DLCs for a Pokemon game. Oh, oh my God! Another reason why Scarlet and Violet are down here. You have to buy DLCs to get the remaining, I don't know, 800 Pokemon that are not in this game normally. Think about it. Oh my God. Back in the day on the DS, wouldn't have been accepted. Let's go, baby. Heart Gold. I love it. Love that game. But I have to say, I played this one right here more. This right here is the reason I play video games. Pokemon Soul Silver. In my opinion, the best game maybe ever Pokemon has released. You had so many shinies, you had 2 regions, you had quite a nice story, you had difficult battles, you had all the Pokemon to catch, you know what I mean? And I think it was just unreal. The graphics were cool. They followed you behind. You had the Pokewalker, which I actually used as a child. This little red Pokeball thing on the bottom right of the cover. 10 out of 10 games. You just knew they tried hard with these games. And it felt like it, It was so good, so good. Music is a straight 10 out of 10. Ah, these games are what Pokemon should be. It's just unreal. Then we have Moon. I think we'll move on. of these games, otherwise I'll talk too much about them. We have Moon, I think is in the mid tier for me, and Sun. Um, I played Moon. I thought it was cool, with the islands and like what was it? You had like the islands and with like the bosses of the islands and like in the end with the legendaries with this big temple. I think it was cool, but it wasn't extremely good for me at least. But Sun and Moon lovers, you'll be rewarded a bit later. Now we have yellow version. Um, I think is this the first ever game with red and green? Well, no, green is not in here. Um, just for protection of myself, I'm gonna put this in here because I think this is like a fan favorite. Just like this one, Crystal. I also know that a lot of people love a lot. Also cool that Suicune basically has its own game. And here we are, Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun. I have not actually played these myself, but I have watched a lot of content of them. And I know that they're really good. You also, just like with the other remakes, like Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you have so many legendaries to catch. It's surreal. You have a really good story. You have a cool region. You have cool Pokemon to catch. You have cool challenges. As I've heard, these games were the last really good Pokemon games, which is a reason actually why I should maybe play them once in a while. Now we have Ruby version. Nothing special to say about this right here. Blue version. Red and blue, sorry. And yellow. Whoa, sorry guys. Alright, I'm actually gonna put the OGs up here, just for protection of my own body, so that nobody is going to beat me up. Leaf Green and Fire Red were the first remakes. As much as I know, these are also quite good. I have, I think, played Leaf Green to some parts, maybe 2 hours or something, because I got to play on like a friend of my mom's Game Boy, and I did really enjoy it. Emerald, I know, is really good. I don't know if it's this level up here, but come on, we'll put it in. Otherwise, I'll just get hate. Black 2, same thing as white 2. S tier, instant. Instant S tier. I think this order right here also is my actual order, if I had to say, of these games. Now we have Pokemon X right here. I actually played X. I don't know why Yveltal is cooler, but still. Cernius was OP. And where is Pokemon White? Right here. Pokemon Black and White. Very nice. Now, I'm gonna quickly check the orders in these actual tiers so that people don't just get extremely angry at me. I really enjoyed these. This. Uh-huh. Oh. Yes, yes. A tier. I think I'm quite happy. I'm gonna put these up here. Yes. Like this, I think. And with S tier, I'm happy. Alright, guys. Quick overview of my tier list. I'm happy with it. I'm good. Like this. And yeah, if you enjoyed or if you have any things you want to say about my tier list, please do so in the comments. Text whatever you want and say whatever you want. If I'm wrong, if I should never tier list again or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye.